Hello and welcome to the channel. In this video we're making a beat inspired by Wizkid, Rema and the likes. We'll dive into making chords and chord progression, which are basically the fundamental elements of making music. So without much ado, let's get straight into the video. I have Morphine, which is a stock plugin opened, and preset from the keys section selected is crystal keys. Let's make some chord, which is the foundation of any song. All songs are based on chord progression essentially. So to build chord, we need to work in a scale. In FL Studio, you can just come to the drop down menu, go to stamps and select the scale you want to work in. We'll be working in the A minor natural scale. These are the notes in the A minor scale. Let's assign numbers to them. So from the A, that's the tonic note, we number the notes ascendingly. Now we can pick a progression. We have the F, which is the sixth, E the fifth, and D the fourth, and then back to the E again, which is the fifth. So now we have the 6, 5, 4, 5 notes selected. Let's turn them into chords. To make this chord, we'll first and foremost make chord in their standard or basic form, and then add some levels of complexity to it to make it more advanced. All you need to do is skip each note. So we skip the J and go to the A, skip the B and then go to the C. We have a F major chord. Major chord tend to express happy feeling. To make it a minor chord, just bring down the third. That's the middle note a half step down. Minor chord tends to be sad or dull. Let's use this same principle to build the other chords in their standard form. So here's what we have. Now let's add the bass note. Select the root note, Ctrl C to copy, Ctrl V to paste, Ctrl plus arrow down to bring it down an octave. From here we add some chord inversions to make chord transition from one chord to the other more smoothly and with little movement. The easiest way to achieve this is to check for note commonalities in each chord. So we just have to take these two chords and check which notes are common in there. So there are no notes common from the F major to the E minor, but it sounds good together, so we just move on to the next chord in the progression. Okay, so from E minor to D minor, so we can use inversions to draw the chords closer to each other in order to get that smoothness in the chord transition. Now we have a first inversion D minor chord. Now from the D minor to the E minor, no notes are common in there as well. Now to keep the progression in a loop, let's find a way to make the last chord, this E minor, look back to the F major. Again, there are no notes which are common, but we can use a suspended chord. The suspended fourth shares the same A note. It's just logical to use a suspended fourth. Now we can humanize it by doing alternate R to randomize the velocity, Alt plus S to strum it, and then lastly Alt plus X to scale the level down. So this is what we have so far. Sounds good, but we can still do one little thing to it. Lastly, let's add a sustained pedal tone. It's just a note that don't change throughout the chord progression, and it will act like a glue musically to put everything together. With our chord progression down, from here we can layer our progression with a pad to make it more dense. Take out the bass note. By the way, the preset I use is Distant Memories from Omnisphere. Now we can add a top line to bring some variation. For effect, we have the Fruity Delay 2 and Reverb. And together everything sounds like this. Now we can add some low end to make the melody more full. This bass follows the root note of the chord progression 6, 4, 5, but the last note, J, is the third from the E minor chord when you are doing bass harmony. In addition, I just added some chord notes to give it some groove. An accent to give it a texture, a vocal sample, added a lot of reverb. EQ with a band pass, basically cutting the lows and the high ends, leaving the mid highs. To the drums, a rim that fills the second and then the fourth. Basic kick pattern, keeping it simple. You know, it's the sum total of all the little details you add to it that makes the bigger picture. Hi-hat, a roll that comes before the rim hits to give it a bounce. Mess around with the velocity for some dynamics. A peck loop and a shaker, and together the drum sounds like this. On the mixer track, I just route all the melodies to a bass track and did the same with the drums as well. On the melody bass, we have a compressor in chains to glue the melody together. The drum bass has a Waves Trans X to bring out the transients of the percussions. Without the plugin, the percussions are buried in the mix. So you can hear clearly the open hat, the hi-hat and other percussions that fill out the mid-high frequencies. On the master bass, we have the fruity soft clipper to keep all the levels in check, a saturator and then a limiter. So with that, this everything together.